Ladies and gentlemen, throughout YouTube, you can find guides of how to effectively fight every other class as a particular class in TF2, such as those from Uncle Dane, or the one video that caught my eye by a certain Treggles that supposedly describes how to deal with every class as medic. While he produced a good video, I would respectfully disagree and offer my own take on how to fight every class as medic. First up, Scouts. Scouts are pretty tricky, as they can backpedal away from you and burst damage you faster than you can catch up or chip them down with your primary. For them, I would recommend getting the drop on them, or body blocking them in some way, and then giving them a tasty crit with your Ubersaw. Soldier. A soldier is liable to pop you up with his first rocket and then finish you off with unavoidable splash damage from a second rocket. And anyone says that they hate stun mechanics in any game, like TF2, aka complaining about the old Sandman, should never ever play Soldier again, because it goes against their own principle. Okay, back to the topic. What are we to do? The best course of action is to get within melee range, where the soldier's own rocket can hurt him in addition to you, and then melee him with your sweet, sweet Ubersaw. Pyro. I covered this in a previous video, but Pyro can kill you before you can run away in a one-on-one encounter, most of the time. The best course of action, which seems counterintuitive and slightly suicidal, is to melee them to death and hope you don't die of afterburn. Heavy. Heavy has an enormous health pool, and quite frankly requires you to catch him off guard, or strafe around faster than he can track you. The recommended tactic in this case is, of course, Ubersaw his face to death. Demo Man. Demo is painful from mid-range, which requires you, as with other classes, playing against Demo Man, to try to get up in his face. The Ubersaw is really the best choice here to try and kill him before he can put distance between himself and you. Engineer. Some people would say stock Uber is the medic's best way to deal with Engineer, along with a friendly class. Well, while that may be true, when your teammates help out, in a mano-a-mano fight, your best option is to hit him with your Ubersaw. Medic. Fighting other medics can be weird, especially if the player they're pocketing is around and ready to shred you apart. So to deal with this, try to crit the enemy medic with your trusty Ubersaw and get out before you get dispatched. Sniper. Snipers are a pain to close the gap against. Your crossbow might help a little bit, but not much when they can headshot you from across the map. So if you can manage to get up close and personal, a quick Ubersaw to the face should do the trick. And lastly, Spy. Backstabs? Here's a backstab for you, you snake. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching, and I hope this was highly informative. The many diverse classes and loadouts in TF2 can be quite a pain to fight against, but with these simple techniques, I think you'll find your 1v1 matchups are just a little bit easier as medic. Good luck and Godspeed.